To quote poet Nancy Willard, sometimes questions are more important than answers. The word answer isn't, strictly speaking, permanent, but questions linger. They squeeze through seemingly airtight dogmas, unnerve the complacent, and challenge the smug. We are but humble creatures in the hands of nature, yet we indulge in the vanity of satisfaction. We think we have conquered nature with our machines, since we have mounted the Mount Everest of our age in achievements in technology. But in relying on our machines, we may be neglecting to take advantage of a natural asset inherent in all of us: curiosity. When we refer to our history textbooks and read of the Enlightenment and the Renaissance, what do we really see? We see truths being debunked by the skepticism of those who dared to prove the right to be wrong. Do you think it ridiculous now that Ptolemy and Aristotle were proponents of the geocentric system? Oh, but they didn't know any better, one could say. Well, then let me ask you, do we know any better? When human beings are only capable of harnessing up to 4% of their potential mental capacity, is it safe to assume that the misled philosophies are all in the past while we, the present and the future, are well versed in the art of truth? Truth is constantly being redefined. History has taught us that much. 1,000,000 years passes in the blink of an eye in the timeline of history. A few million years marks the lifespan of a massive star. We have, give or take, 100 years. Some are thrown into existential crises from thinking big picture. Am I more than a walking vessel of carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen, and oxygen? Where does our spirit go when we die? Why must some suffer where others rejoice? Does life matter? And so curiosity takes root. But curiosity is more than just wondering why we have to do what we do. Curiosity is thinking beyond your skin, your perceptions. You're thinking beyond and thinking and not accepting the obvious for what it is. Things become obvious when we are familiar with them, when we assume that they've always been the way they are now, when we are conditioned to justify a certain bias. Every second, 4 new lives come into existence. Our numbers are proliferating greatly, yet few of us take the time to stop, step back, and take in what we're all a part of, what's at work in the internal clockwork of humanity. How is it that while science has evolved to the point of enabling us to successfully execute a heart transplant, we still lack the bridge needed to cross the distance between the hearts of people, nations, and cultures? When people defend contrasting ideals, they're divided. When people question the same principles, they are united. When we stargaze at night with the naked eye, we like to think we have the entire universe in our backyard. In reality, we're just a speck in the Milky Way, which is just another galactic speck in the midst of innumerous other galactic specks. So how is it that even while we appear so inconceivably insignificant, so fleeting and paltry, that we still desire to drink the language of wisdom and time, of knowledge? Perhaps curiosity is stronger than we take it for. Perhaps wisdom is characterized more by why instead of because. Perhaps when parents rebuke their children for asking unnecessary questions, they're just afraid to venture into the unknown lest it shake up their certainty. They don't have time for such things because, hey, life is short, right? But that's precisely the point. Life is short, and there's no meaning in making an already minuscule lifetime even narrower by having a provincial outlook on things. Curiosity is a progressive skepticism of sorts. Where there exists another question, there exists another realm of thought to be explored, such as, do all creatures dream? If children were given the chance to govern, what would they do? Why isn't technology able to capture musical performances with the same nuances live performances offer? Why are humans naturally contradictory? These are questions I don't have answers to. These are curiosities of life. Thank you.